Hey guys, Brian Hilliard here, author of the best-selling book, Networking Like a Pro, and creator of the popular program, How to Overcome the Overwhelm and Get Out of Your Own Way. And I gotta tell you, I am fired up here today because today I'm gonna talk about something that really doesn't come up a lot in terms of success, but I think something that should be talked about much, much more. You know, one of the things I talk about a lot is how for most people think that success is something that you have to do and you have to go get, and there's no question about that. You have to be a go-getter in order to be successful. There's no question about that. But there's also this other component of allowing the game to come to you. You know, I'm a big basketball fan, and part of that means that you have to, if you do enough of the right things, so when you're playing basketball, if you do enough of the right things, if you cut to the basket, if you set screens, if you roll to the basket, if you make yourself available and call for the ball, eventually the ball finds you. Okay, eventually the ball finds you, and that's what we mean in basketball when we say, let the game come to you. When you do all those things, the ball finds you. Well, turns out the same thing's true in business. What happens is when you are going out and you're doing enough of the right things, when you're doing enough of the good stuff, when you're go-getting it, the game and the ball finds you. Brian, what are you talking about? Well, you might know it as the law of attraction, right? The law of attraction says that what you put out is what you get back. It's the secular version of you reap what you sow. Okay, so what happens is when you're talking about the game coming to you and the ball finding you, this is exactly what happened to me. If you saw some of my other stuff, I mentioned this earlier. I said that I had a couple presentations booked, and I said that one actually came up a little earlier than I originally had it in the calendar. Now, whether I put it in the calendar wrong or whether the person who, got back to me had it wrong, I don't know, doesn't matter. I didn't have it at the time in question, okay? But what happened was they contacted me. They're like, yeah, you're ready for the presentation next week. I didn't have it, but I looked at the date, didn't have any, conflicts or anything like that, said sure. And I thought to myself at the time, I said, this is a good thing because, I mean, you never know where you're going to get your clients from, right? You don't know if there's going to be people on this presentation that maybe weren't going to be on the next one or whatever the case may be. So I said, sure, put me down. All right, well, fast forward to today. The presentation was about a week ago, maybe 10 days ago, and I wound up getting 3 clients out of that. All right, and the reason I bring that up is because you have to be open to receiving. All right, you have to be open to receiving. And I find that as go-getters, we're so busy trying to get the next thing, go to the next place, cross off stuff on the list or whatever the case may be, that yeah, you're a go-getter, but are you also open to receiving? I could have just as easily been like, yo, this isn't what I had on my calendar. It didn't have to be this harsh. This wasn't on my calendar. I got to wait till 2 more weeks because I had it I think I had the week after next. I can't remember exactly, but I think they wanted it just figuratively speaking, let's say it was a Tuesday. They wanted to be able to have it on Tuesday, and it was the previous Friday when I got the text, but I had it on the next Tuesday, if I'm making sense. But I said, no, I'll take it because I am open to receiving. And I think a lot of times when you're in business, when you're in, whatever you're doing as an entrepreneur or whatever the case may be, there are going to be some things that come to you. We just have to be in the mode to receive. All right. And yes, you want to be a go-getter. Yes, you want to be able to move out and get stuff done. And yes, you want to be able to obviously be successful through that. And that's gotten you to a certain level of success right now. No question to all of that. However, be open to receiving, and you're not going to know when it comes. Be open to receiving when it does come, and just, oh, wow, where did that come from? And you are in good shape. And speaking